Hi, guys. It's Dr. Liz Jenkins here with Dr. Liz Coaching, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. And thank you for joining me on day 8 of Inside Couples Conflict. And we're going to talk about style number 2 of conflict, which is defensiveness or explaining. Okay, we're going to talk about that. I want to kind of give you an understanding of what that is, what it looks like, and then later on in this training, we're going to talk about how to change that, how to switch it up, how to interrupt that. So defensiveness, and by the way, I'm really good at that. I was really, really good. Defensiveness comes up when we're trying to present our case, let them know what we were thinking. Talk about the reasons why. We sort of explain ourselves. That's why I call it explaining. And most people are like, okay, yeah, I do that. I know that. I figure like the more backstory I give them, certainly they'll understand why this happened. And what happens is that when we start explaining and giving reasons, we are actually throwing shiny things into the argument or into the conflict or the discussion that weren't there before. And when people are elevated and frustrated and the logical part is shut off and the reactive part of their brain is going on, it's just like we're crowding more stuff in. And oftentimes they take that shiny thing and they run with it and they start, now this thing becomes an issue. And next thing, and before you know it, 2 or 3 more things have been added to the conflict, and we're nowhere near getting a resolution. We are nowhere near calming the situation down. Now people are going back and forth at each other or disputing one of those shiny things that was in there, And so let's say, for example, maybe we lost our cool and we had that a snarky tone and we were kind of rude, and they go and our husband or wife says, hey, that wasn't very nice. If I don't like that. And maybe they said it loud back because now they're going to go back at you. And you think, well, I understand. It's just like I had a really busy day. It was stressful at work. And I came through the door and I didn't realize that I was, being short. And I didn't realize that, I had that look on my face and that I was really tired. I had a lot of deadlines. I had this call and I had that call. So we're trying to very rapidly share our life or day's experience to explain why we showed up so poorly in that moment, why we lost our cool, why we maybe had that look on our face. Okay. But when we do that explaining, a very likely response might include things like, well, my day was busy too, or it's not all about you, or you got to do something about, if you have a bad day, you can't just take it out, bring it home and take it out on me or the kids or the dogs or whatever like that. And so now we're off and running. And then couples often try to keep score or compete. Well, I too, okay, I'm the spouse that felt offended when you came through the door. Well, I too had a busy day, you know. I had all these interruptions, and I had, and then I had to go get the kids, and I had to take them to the dentist, and then, I had to do X, Y, or Z. I'm like, well, yeah, but at least, and then the other partner comes in. Well, yes, but at least you didn't have to be in there with a VP kind of, chewing all of us out for not hitting the timeline. And so now we've got everybody with frustration, with stress, with hurt feelings, with not being acknowledged, with not feeling respected or valued. And we're throwing this stuff in. And so that defensiveness, that explanation, it just went haywire, and it made a tense situation worse. All right. So again, here's conflict style number 2, defensiveness, explaining ourselves, giving lots of details, reasons why in that moment of the conflict or throughout the conflict, it only adds more fuel to the fire. It is really like an accelerant and makes things worse, hurts, incites people even more or shuts them down. Okay. So, hope this is helpful. Remember, style number 1 was the criticism and the judging. Now we're looking at style number 2, which is the defensiveness or explaining. And I will see you tomorrow where we will unveil conflict style number 3. So feel free to DM me if you have any questions, you have concerns. And I have a fantastic program coming up the weekend reconnect. So stay tuned for more information on that. Take care. Bye-bye.